G'day everyone, Jake Mckeown here and welcome back to Still Noise Podcast. On today's episode, my guest is professional photographer Ryan Pernofski. Ryan is an Australian ocean photographer, best known for his striking images that capture the raw beauty of waves and coastal landscapes. Ryan has built himself a global following through his unique ability to blend art, surf culture and nature in his work. Aside from photography, Ryan is a husband, a father to 3 boys and a business owner. In our conversation, we discuss photography as a career, fatherhood, the ups and downs of running a business and much more. So let's dive right in and welcome professional photographer Ryan Pernofski. All right, Perno.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good.
What's been happening?
For the last... Joey, my little boy's been sick for the last, week. And he's lost, a couple of kilos.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that young?
But he's better now. But he just got sick, throwing up and stuff. And just...
Like a vomiting bug?
Yeah, couldn't eat for ages, so...
Really?
Yeah, but usually it's 24 hours. So it was kind of I went to the hospital a couple of times and they're like, no, he's fine. And I'm like, he's not fine.
I don't think throwing up...
But he's turned a corner today. And so he's starting to eat again. So I'm sweet.
Right. What, a bug or...
A virus.
Virus?
Yeah.
And what, how many days?
He didn't eat for 4 days, which is a long time.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's hectic.
Yeah.
Far out.
He got real skinny.
Yeah. Jeez. I'd fade away and drop dead if that happened to me.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, but I would last about 4 years, I reckon. Without food.
Is Joey your youngest?
He's my eldest.
Sorry.
You know Joey.
Joey is the eldest.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I've been doing. I've been doing dad life.
Yeah.
And working.
What's all the boys? 3, right?
Yep, 3 boys.
So Joey and I can't remember the other ones.
So Joey, Jara and Rafa.
Yeah, that's right. So Joey was living with you out the back in my parents' flat that time.
Yeah, that's it.
So that was the one that...
Yeah,
okay,
that's Joey.
I remember young Joey.
Yeah, we lived in your parents' flat and we had Joey, and then as soon as he started crawling, it kind of went crazy, and so we had to...
He's bounced.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Eb had Joey and you got that's when you were living out the back. That's when she... Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's
I
Joey.
remember that.
Yeah. Were you living there?
No.
You weren't living there, yeah.
No, I wasn't, but I mean, I'd see you guys bouncing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Good times.
3 boys. Joey is how old?
5. Jara is 3, and Rafa is 9 months old.
Rafa.
Yeah, Rafa.
That's a solid name. I like that.
Short for Raphael, yeah.
Rafa.
Yeah.
Wow, sick. Right, and Ebony.
Yep.
Ebony is your wife?
Yep, she is, yes.
Yep.
My current wife, they say. I heard that joke recently, that you got to call your wife your current wife.
Yeah.
To make them freak out.
To make them freak out or to make it timeless.
Yes, exactly. You got to live in the moment. So you call them your current wife. Yeah. So you don't think that your best days are behind you, that they're right in front of you right now. Not really.
That's just your way of getting off the hook when she listens to this. And so what's your living setup at the moment? Where are you guys living?
Ladella.
Yeah.
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 And the boys are at school? 3 boys?
Yeah, 3 boys.
Is Ab kind of just sort of hoping a girl would come along maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
Is there going to be an attempt at a girl?
She really wants to, but I'm freaking out. So.
You're like, holy crap, I got my hands full of 3 rugrat.
Yeah. But then if I end up with 4 boys, I know I'll never have to mow the lawn again. So.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Once I get to a certain age, right?
And
Did you guys mow the lawn? Did Chewy make you mow the lawn?
Yeah, I mowed the lawn until I ran my foot over with the lawnmower. You remember that?
No.
You see the scar? I mean, it's when I was 8 years old.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So he got you mowing early?
Yeah,
nice.
No, I wasn't allowed to mow.
Oh, you weren't allowed.
I was just driving the ride-on mower at my pop's house.
Okay, yeah,
and I wasn't allowed to have the blades down, and one day I begged him. If you behave yourself, you can ride the mower.
Wow.
And I won't go into that because it's quite a long, detailed story. And
we got time.
No,
but what happened?
So essentially, my little brother I was allowed to ride the mower.
Yep.
I'm driving along. I was allowed to mow 2 strips, Pop said. I've been there all school holidays. He's like, you can mow 2 strips because you've proven yourself.
On the ride on?
On the ride on.
Yeah.
My brother's at preschool.
Mm-hmm.
He's come running out because he'd jump on the back and we just trim around with the blades up, just drive around like a little mini tractor.
Yeah.
And
where was your pop in Nowra?
Bawley.
Oh, in Bawley, yeah.
Remember Keith and Frida?
No, what street?
Forster.
Really?
Yeah.
Where? Like how? Where was their property?
Yeah,
like how far up? Like
if we're coming
all the way the end, or
no, sort of on the bend, like almost right in the middle. You can come from the southern entrance and the northern entrance.
Yeah. Off. You mean Voyager?
Voyager.
Yeah, I lived on Voyager.
Dang it, that was what I meant. Voyager.
Yeah. Right.
They had like a little acreage there.
Yeah. Okay.
That single-story brick house.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, and he's come running out, jumped on the
So
back.
good.
My pops yelled at me, "Pull the blades up. You're not allowed to have 2." So because he's sitting on the mower, when you stand up, there's a kill switch.
Yeah.
Thing hasn't killed. I've stepped on the guard that holds the thing. Wow. Anyway, and my foot dropped in and got pulled under.
Really?
And it just went chunk chunk. And my brother jumped off.
Yeah.
And my pop dived and turned off the key.
Yeah.
But by that time, I'd already done a couple of good chunks and plastic surgery and was like weeks, maybe even months in Sydney Children's Hospital. And went to school up there. And
did you? Months in the hospital. Can I say?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. But,
so that almost chopped your foot off.
Nearly, yeah. Had to get plastic surgery and it was all kinds of crazy things.
And you've got full usage of it?
Full use, yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, yeah.
And you shred so hard with half a foot.
Don't know about that. I'd probably actually would be able to shred if my foot worked properly. No, it works fine. I can't even use that as an excuse.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so don't let me turn that off. Letting your boys mow the lawn. Yeah, but I guess it's also like having you'll never have to mow the lawn, and it's almost like having breathing dishwashers.
Yeah.
Like just walking around, just
exactly.
Always.
I've already got one. No, we've got a dishwasher now, which is actually nice. So. An actual dishwasher. So, yeah. But we didn't have a dishwasher when I was a kid, so I was the dishwasher.
I'm glad we touch back on that, because then I thought you might have been talking about Ebony. I'm like, oh man, she's gonna hate this episode. Seriously. Crap. Oh no, she's gonna. That's it. Not allowed to release it. Yeah. So did you grow up? You grew up here, hey?
Yeah, I was born in Sydney and then moved to Brisbane, not on my own accord, but with my family. And then when my parents split up, when I was maybe 6 around then, something. When my parents split up, then I moved down here. My grandpa lived in Ulladulla. He lived, where was it? In Ulladulla. And so that's why we moved down here. Yeah, so my grandma and my grandpa.
Yeah. And
so Bubka and Jadek, we called them. So, we moved down here.
Yeah.
Once my parents split up.
Yeah. And then
with my mum.
And then schooling
and
and
our
everything
cats.
here.
Huh?
Schooling and everything here, hey?
Pretty much. I was in year 1 or 2. Okay. Yeah.
And you've been here ever since?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Moved to Bawley in the end.
Yeah.
We moved to Mollymook, and then we lived in East Lynn for a while on like this property, which is
really?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was
that's it.
Really cool property. But then I would like run away from home like every week, but I'd run into the bushes and just say, I'm running away from home.
Just set off into the bushes.
Set off into the bushes. But and then we moved to Bawley onto Voyager Crescent.
Right.
And that's when my surfing career started.
Yep.
And that's how I became a pro surfer.
That's how I became. Yeah. That's how I became John Florence's mentor. That's why
exactly. He learned. Yes, exactly. So yeah, I actually wanted to be a pro bodyboarder growing up, and so
were you bodyboarding or surfing or both?
I was doing both, but I was predominantly bodyboarding.
Yeah.
So like, because we grew up in Bawley Point, and so there's nothing to do except eat fish and chips, surf, and play Mario Kart with the Garkets.
And collect roadkill.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And then, because we had so many good slabs around Bawley. And so I just grew up bodyboarding, trying to push myself as hard as I could, drop into anything. I was like desperate to become but the thing is, I'm a very like uncoordinated kind of person. So I knew I wasn't like technically skilled, like in anything, But I knew that I could just drop into anything. And so that's what I tried to do, is just push myself as hard as I could. And yeah, but it's good because it gave me the good background to what I do now, which is photography, because taking photos of waves is a million times easier than surfing them.
Yeah.
And so, so it means that I can swim in the ocean and feel pretty confident in any condition around here, because I've surfed.
Surfed it all so many times.
Surfed it all so many times that I
second nature.
Yeah, typically don't feel scared. And so, yeah.
Yeah. And so how did the passion of photography start? Like, did you just start shooting your mates, or?
Yeah, like I did it when I was in school.
Mm-hmm. As an elective or something?
No, I don't know. Like I think my mum got me a camera. I know I begged her for it when I was, I don't know, maybe I should have the timeline down, but I don't. I think I was maybe 15 or 14 or something. Mm-hmm. I got this little digital camera with optical zoom, and I would just film, jet surfing but I just wanted to be in the water most of the time.
Yeah.
And so, but when if I got out early, then I would like zoom in and film people but like I definitely didn't want to be a photographer because I wanted to be the one being photographed. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, as everyone does, like I want to, drop into crazy waves and get videos of me. So that's what I wanted. And so, but because at the time, I didn't realize that photography was like a creative thing. I thought it was just documenting the good stuff that's happening, but I didn't realize there's such a creative element to photography.
Yeah.
And so I've always been into art. Like when I was on Eastland and that property, I'd run away from home, but with my little notepad and just like draw the house or draw the trees. And I got real heavy into, it sounds like a drug. I got real heavy into drawing. So lead pencils and, so I wanted to, that was my first ever thing that I knew that I wanted to do. And that was art. Like I wanted to be an artist from a very young age. Like, like I convinced my parents that I was going to be like a Pixar drawer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so like, I was like, I want to be, draw for Pixar or whatever. And so I'm just going to be a professional artist. And so I just like went hard into that and tried to. So I was always into creative stuff. Like I've just, I know you're a creative person too. You just get that urge. You got to make something, it's like, whatever it is, I've got to make something. So I've always been like that, very passionately. Yeah. And then, but then I was trying to become a professional bodyboarder, like whatever that means. Like I didn't have a plan, but I was just like, if I just drop into the biggest wave, then maybe I'll get a sponsorship or something. I didn't know how it worked. Yeah. But then, so I was kind of dabbling in photography, and then over time, I kind of realized that it's like a very creative thing, and you can actually take a really good photograph. And so I think it was when I first started seeing that Movement magazine. Remember the bodyboard?
Yeah, I do.
That was like one of the first creative magazines. Yeah. Whereas it wasn't like, say, Riptide, no trash on Riptide, but or like a lot of like Trax Mag back in the day. It didn't seem creative. It was just more like
pages of documentation.
Yeah, it was just documentation. Yeah. This is what happened. This is where we went. And I'm sure there's creative elements to it back in the day. And now looking back at it, I know there was, but it didn't feel that way. But Movement was one of the first mags that's like, wow, this has like artistic value.
Yeah, okay.
Do you remember that?
Well, I kind of, it's funny because I do have a memory of maybe a Movement magazine cover of a really kind of cropped back, like drawn back image, black and white, of a guy doing I'm going to get this wrong and all my body automates are going to hate me, but an air forward, and then up in the air, and his legs being twisted, and kind of like being at the point where he's about to enter back down onto the wave. But it was black and white, and it was really trimmed out, and it was all more silhouette-ish. Yeah. And I remember seeing that and being like, that's not your average. Oh, someone average in the tube. There we go. That's someone in the barrel. I was like, wow, that's a cool cover.
Yeah. So I definitely got into bodyboarding photography in the sense of like just look, because I found that the bodyboard photographers were doing real artistic stuff, and the surfer photographers were just doing, like you said, just documenting what happened. Yep. Which is great. It's awesome. But that's kind of cool. Like it's kind of interesting how they did that.
Yeah, the
bodyboard photographers. Yeah.
I just for some reason I just got a memory of his black and white shot.
Yeah.
And like you couldn't even really see the wave. Hey, it was just like.
Yeah, I think I remember it. Was it like at sunrise?
Might have been at sunrise. Like
pull
I
it
said,
up. Hey, Jamie, pull it up.
Hey, Donald and Margaret and all the people in production at the back there. Yeah.
I want to see it.
I don't specifically know.
Yeah, okay.
Well, why? Yeah.
No, that's all right.
Why? Oh no.
I was going to say, no. I don't know what to Google.
Yeah.
Man doing air forward.
Movement far away photo from long time ago.
Yeah.
So what was your first camera? Like, what were you using?
Pentax Optio Max or something it was called.
Man.
Yeah.
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 Did you ever shoot any film? Or
Yeah. Maybe before that I just got those disposable water cameras.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, my first one, I just got from the newsagents or whatever.
Right.
So I've still got rolls that I got to get developed from back then.
What, from like
my first photos? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So.
Whoa, that's crazy. I wonder what.
They're in my car actually.
Let's develop them.
Yeah, we should. No. Yeah.
We'll just throw me that bucket of terps. Maybe that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then were you shooting surf photography, obviously on the disposables, but were you shooting, did you use, what's that camera? Have you ever heard of the Nikonos?
No, yeah, I've never said it out loud. Nikonos? Yeah, I think it's called a Nikonos.
Yeah, you ever used one of those?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, but predominantly you were shooting digital, correct?
Yeah.
And then, so diving into it now, right? You're shooting mostly on iPhone, or are you still shooting with the housing and stuff as well?
Yeah, housing, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
I just knew that. So what is there, have you got some sort of like endorsement or something from iPhone at the moment? Are they sending you the new ones for content or?
Yeah, like it's the contract per se is for evaluation purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it's cool. Like we got this one.
That's
iPhone 17 Pro Max, but it's a pretty insane
17.
Yeah, it's pretty insane
Pro
actually.
Max.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a 16 yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Cool. Yeah. So I think the last few years I've been kind of working. I've done a few projects with Apple over the years, and so
Okay, sweet. And is that waterproof? Can you just swim with that?
No, I've got a like Aquatech made a housing.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called now.
Right.
But yeah, so they made a housing for it, but then Joby, the company, bought them out.
Right.
Or bought that housing out.
Okay.
But they're sick. They're really good.
And is the camera on that thing just insane? Like,
yeah, it is. It actually is. Like, especially the video. So this one shoots ProRes RAW.
Okay.
But yeah, and like so yeah. But I started shooting with iPhone in 2011.
Yeah.
Because I studied graphic design, and while I was studying graphic design, I got back into photography, and so I bought one of those Holga cameras. Do you remember those?
No.
Yeah, they're like it was called lomography. I kind of, remember Tumblr days when everyone was like,
yep.
Yeah, it was like Tumblr days where kind of, and then Instagram came out, and there was just like a real kind of surgence of creative people doing stuff online. And so, I kind of got caught up in that updraft of Instagram and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of addicted to photography. This is in 2011 maybe.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the year that Instagram came out.
Right.
And then I really wanted to get a camera, but I definitely couldn't afford one.
Yeah.
And my friend gave me an iPhone. And so I was just like shooting every day with an iPhone 3GS or whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah. And and then so it's always been, so I've been shooting with an iPhone for ages. Yeah. And then Yeah.
So like what was so you were shooting with an iPhone, but did you just say that you kind of correct me if I misinterpreted this, but did you say that you were shooting a lot, you were shooting your friends surfing, and then what, did you sort of just lose the bug there for a bit and chase bodyboarding more? Or
yeah, no, I think
once you got the photography bug, was that it?
Yeah, like I was chasing bodyboarding, like just I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I was just chasing it.
Yeah.
And then doing a bit of photography on the side, just dabbling, probably no more than anyone else does, And then when I did graphic design, which I was kind of working as a graphic designer in high school, doing like posters for people and whatever, but I didn't know that graphic design was a job.
Right.
And then there was a college that opened up in Ulladulla to study graphic design, so I did that.
Right.
And on the second year, one of the classes, was that what you call? We had a photographer who kind of taught us a little bit about photography.
Yeah.
And then I'd kind of ditched bodyboarding because I think it just kind of like bodyboarding died.
Yeah,
I think it was around that time where it just completely died. And I just kind of realized, I was like, oh, right, so it's not really a career. Like a lot of the bodyboarders stopped bodyboarding, like the best bodyboarders in the world just stopped bodyboarding. And which is kind of crazy. And then I just kind of got addicted to photography. And then I was just shooting whatever. And then naturally I was drawn back to the beach with my iPhone because it's kind of the most interesting thing we have around here, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I was posting photos on Instagram of just like literally the shoreline and pretty much the same thing I do today, really, but with a 3GS. And then, I was in Indonesia. I was 100% addicted, and I was just like, I want to get pro at this. Like I want to get good at this because I found all these Instagrammers who were just like such good photographers, and I was just like, I want to be like one of them, like a really good photographer. And so I kind of was just every day shooting. Mm-hmm. And I was in Indonesia with my friend John Ewens. You know him, Johnny?
Yeah, I know Johnny.
Yeah. And I saw this boat. I should know the name of it, but it was out on this reef, and you got to walk like, I don't know, like it was like a couple of Ks on like sharp reef to get out there.
Yeah, on coral.
Yeah. And so I walked out there and I took a photo of it. And Instagram used to have competitions back in the day where you would like submit a photo via a hashtag. And this one was 50-50, where you just had to have a split shot of something at the top, something at the bottom. So a pretty basic composition.
Yeah.
And I posted this photo of this boat, which I had to walk out for. I mean, I just had cuts all over my feet, lost my thongs. And when I got out there, it was 6 a.m. at sunrise. And all these like locals just came out of the boat. Oh, yeah. And I thought I was in the middle of nowhere. The tide was starting to come up, and I was like, I think I'm gonna have to swim back inshore. And literally like 30 people just came out of the boat, and I was just so scared. I was like, what is happening? Because they did not look happy with me, and I was like, I'm just taking a photo, guys. And then anyways, I took this photo. It took me like 4 hours round trip to take this photo.
Yeah.
And then I posted it with the hashtag. Then I woke up the next day in Bali, and I had like 14,000 followers, and I was like, what's happened? Like, what is going on? And then I realized that Instagram had shared my photo. And so
the Instagram account?
Instagram, yeah. Wow. Yeah, this is back in the day. And and so I think I was only at like, I forget, but I think I was like 800 followers or something, or maybe 1,000 or something. This is way back when. Yeah. Or maybe not even. And then, so kind of, that happened. And then I had, thousands of followers like overnight, literally. This is back in the heyday where it was like,
getting a K.
This is interesting. It was huge, and like, it was like, this is crazy. Most of them were probably bot followers and, from all around the world and whatever. But it was kind of like a catalyst to doing it as my job. Yeah. I had an audience
now, so let's go.
Yeah. So I was like, this is crazy. And so, that was kind of the first kind of dopamine spike of chasing that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a I guess you could call it it's a reward. You're seeing a bit of some fruits of your labor. You're like, oh, hang on a second. Suddenly I know I got the attention, I got the eyes. Yeah. Now I need to bring the product.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's when you decided it was going to be a career, or?
No, like I was already chasing it, and I was already like connecting with other photographers and really getting into it and trying to create my own thing. Yeah. And then, I was already 100% all in, but it was just kind of a crazy thing at the time. Yep. And what else happened? Like, I was like with my iPhone, I was filming videos around the same time. Maybe this is a couple years later. I was posting videos of waves because back in the day there was an app called Vine, and you could only
I remember.
Yeah, Vine. And so you had to film within the app. And so you could only film within the app and post within the app. And it was the first like photo sharing platform or video sharing platform that things could go viral on.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like I think my first viral video on there, I jumped into the ocean at Narrawali, and it was sunrise. It was just like a crazy sunrise. And I filmed that, like just a wave like crashing over you. Yeah. I actually borrowed a housing off. The first housing I had was my mom's for the iPhone.
Yeah.
And then the second housing I had was Nathan Richards. I borrowed it. I borrowed it, but I didn't give it back.
Still got
I was like, broken. No, I think I've lost it by now, but I don't think I ever gave it back. But I was like, bro, can I borrow this? Yeah, man. I was like, cool. And but yeah, sorry, Nathan, I owe you. But yeah, and then that kind of went that went viral like back in the day. Or I think it got like 2 million likes or something, which back in the day that was nuts.
That's ludicrous. Yeah,
I think it was one of the biggest at the end of the year. It was like one of 10 biggest videos on Vine or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did that get projected to that amount of people? How were so many eyes?
Revine.
Yeah,
so like back in the day, you filmed it back in the day, and then you'd post it, and then the way that things would get shared is you just press Revine, and then whoever follows me would see the video.
Mm-hmm.
So you press Revine and it comes up on your feed.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like if I pressed, I don't know, repost on Facebook, and then all my friends see it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was it was called Revine.
So you just kept just reboosting it?
Not me, they did.
Oh,
like,
right.
Yeah, so that's how it went viral.
Okay.
Yeah, so people press Revine, and then it goes to all their followers.
Oh, okay. So people just, essentially it's just like sharing it, like what you do now.
Yeah,
people just
exactly.
shared it and shared it and shared it
like that. And I think was it Kylie Jenner? One of the Jenners shared it as well.
Oh, right.
And so I think that was a big boost of it.
Sure, that would help then.
Yeah. Yeah. So they press Revine, or one of them. Yeah. But which at the time, and I still don't really know who they are, but I didn't know who they were.
Yeah, thanks.
Someone was like, oh, this Jenner shared it. I was like, what's that?
Thanks, Miss Jenner.
Yeah. I was like, does she work at the Bally Cafe?
No, she doesn't. I know someone called Jenner that works at the RGA.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so from that point you started, was it purely ocean photography?
Yeah, I was just like
always
ocean. Yeah.
Yep.
Not like that's not what I was only doing. Like I was also shooting, at the castle and mountains and stuff. Like I think like always, and this is probably every photographer, it's super cliche, but all I was ever drawn to was just something with interesting light, you know. It's like anything looks amazing when it's got amazing light.
Amazing light.
Yeah, so like sunrise, sunset, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so purely ocean and landscapes then.
Yeah, but like mostly ocean. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, mostly waves and yeah.
Did you ever? Sorry.
No, I was just filming videos and taking photos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you ever delve into like any like weddings or stuff like that? Did you ever shoot things like that, or that just
like I did free ones? Yeah, like, and then I think I did one where I got paid $500. I was like, no, I don't want money. And they're like, no, we'll pay. I was like, okay. And $500 was a lot of money for me. So yeah, but I think I've shot like just friends' weddings. I think I've done 4, maybe. Yeah. I was like, I think I did do Jed Garkett's wedding. Okay. I was like, and as a friend, I was like, bro, I'll shoot your wedding. Like, yeah.
This is my gift.
Yeah.
My wedding
gift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
won't buy you something. I'll just take some photos for you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, that's a bit like, especially nowadays, that would be an expensive gift.
Yes.
So I'm sure he was frothing.
Yeah.
And studio work? Do you ever do studio stuff?
Not really.
You were here helping me set all this up. I was like, well,
yeah.
Okay.
No, like I've done it.
Take all the lights into the ocean with you.
No, I've done a little bit. Like I shot a dude in a studio recently, Peter Simons, an old photographer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was just a quick one.
Right.
And again, it was like, bro, I'll just do it for you for free. He needed some photos for his website.
Okay.
and he's an old legend. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll help you out. So
Sweet.
yeah, so pretty much if it's not selling prints, I try not to make money out of it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just do it for free because it's not my like thing.
Because it's not really your niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And have you done like I mean, from what I've seen just on your Instagram, I mean,
Yeah.
and in the store and stuff, but it's mostly Australian. Do you travel and shoot? Have you been to say like Tahiti or Fiji and stuff and shot oceanscapes there or?
I've been to Hawaii. I
Yep.
like shooting over there.
Yeah.
But I think like I would have by now, but we had kids in 2020.
Mm,
And then so you get pretty like locked to where you live.
pretty locked down.
Yeah, because you want to be around with them, but then also we've traveled to Hawaii with them, and it's like with toddlers, it's as fun as it is, it's also a nightmare. So
Yeah.
it's like well, I think when they're a little bit older and you want to help out, you want to be present and whatever. So
Yeah.
but it's kind of cool because I think that, you know, like limits always produce creativity. And so if you have endless options, then you can't be creative. So, you know, like I have been pretty landlocked here just within the South Coast because I haven't been able to, you know, go out too much. And it's kind of like the iPhone thing. Like couldn't afford a camera, but I had an iPhone. And so, but that's how you get good is really being creative within the limits. Because I know a lot of, you know, you see it all the time, like people with all the gear with no idea, you know. It's the same with surfing. Like,
exactly.
you know, a shredder can shred on anything.
Something from under a house.
Yeah. So I kind of like, I see it as a challenge. Like, I definitely, you know, once the kids get a little bit older and I know that they'll be able to stay with my mom or whatever, which they probably could now. But actually, we've got a baby. We've had a baby for 5 years. Because we had one baby and then they got just old enough and then we had another baby. And so we've kind of just been like homebound. But again, I like it as a challenge that can I see something different within, you know, the same backyard? And man, we're pretty lucky here.
And
like,
it seems like you have.
yeah.
I mean, I guess like we got crystal clear water.
Yeah.
The sun rises over the ocean.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And there's some seriously scary and
Depot.
gnarly,
Yeah.
big lumps of water that
Yeah.
I'm sure look very intimidating / beautiful at the same time. That wouldn't be hard to. I mean, it would be hard to get the right shot, but I'm sure you've got the.
Yes.
We've got
more than enough.
You've got the subject right there.
Yeah, we've got more than enough
You
subject.
just got to
twist
twist the buttons and line it all up and whatever it takes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so.
Wow, crazy. Have you had any like super gnarly like shark encounters and stuff? I know that you used to swim out a spot down here, indicators, or better known as arseholes.
Yeah. No, it sounds funny sounding out loud.
It does.
Do you go to the arsehole? Yeah.
Yes, I know that you don't mind swimming around the arsehole.
Yeah.
Have you had any gnarly sharking? Like I've seen you out there mornings by yourself, first light.
Yeah.
Any psycho encounters?
Nothing. Like I've still got all my limbs, but I have like come up before. It's mostly on like the brown days when there's been heaps of rain and like the water's just brown. That they're the most times I've seen sharks. But yeah, like one time I came up and just right in front of me was a bull shark, or you know what I think is a bull shark, decent fin, but I just let the next wave hit me and just get tumbled over the rocks on purpose.
Wow.
But like I haven't had any crazy like, you know, it trying to eat me or anything, or any Mckeown experiences.
Yeah.
But at Nuggin one time I was shooting, it was the same thing, it was brown water.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those real big days where you had to sit out the back.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like way out the back. No one else was out. And I was just trying to get good photos. And because it was pretty good.
Wait, swimming out at Nuggin
Yeah.
by yourself
Yeah.
with no one else around
Yeah.
and brown water.
Yeah. Brown water. Yeah.
Holy crap. Man.
Yeah. But then it's but yeah. And then I came in, I was out there for about 3 hours. And then I came in and a fisherman on the rocks was like, do you know there was a shark circling the whole time you're out there? And I was like, why don't you call me in? And he's like, oh, I thought you'd be fine. And I was like,
What?
what? And so, but yeah, I was pretty far out. But
Wow, that is
yeah.
so gnarly, man.
But yeah, I think it's fine. Like I think most like sharks are pretty smart, so they don't want to like eat you.
Yeah.
I think we're lucky here too because we don't have heaps of like great whites coming through.
Yeah.
Because great whites are just, they're really smart, but they're really curious. And so, whereas I think a lot of our sharks, they're smart, but they're also scared. So if they see something, they freak out.
Yeah.
Whereas a great white's not scared of anything. So
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Mostly bronze whalers here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
Grey nurse.
grey nurse?
Yeah, I think we've got lots of grey nurse sharks.
I
Yeah.
feel like I saw one when I was diving once.
Yeah.
They look scary, but then
But they're
bad,
sweet. No. Yeah.
Oh man, that's so
Yeah, it's
gnarly.
good fun.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you're swimming out there on your own in brown water. It's gnarly enough
Yeah.
going surfing out there with a couple mates when it's brown.
Yeah.
So there was one fisherman on the rocks. Was he there when you jumped off?
I didn't even see him until I came in, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
He
God.
told me about it. I was like, yeah,
You're a
thanks for
crazy
that.
man.
Yeah. But it's like, I'm always thinking about it. That's the one frustrating thing with shooting is because your whole body's immersed in the ocean. You just like feel like you're dangling off a plane, you know, like, I don't know, like it's that feeling of just like anything could just, whereas when you're on a board, you just feel a little bit more safer. I think.
You're just bobbing around like a little.
Yeah, but then you just
Little
fully
lure.
immersed, like, well, whatever's in the ocean's going to come and get me.
If it's gonna get me, then
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think it's like, I think we don't understand how unlikely it is.
Yeah.
You know, like it's so unlikely.
Yeah.
Like if you think about how many people are in the ocean all day, every day around Australia,
Yeah.
and then the percentage of people that actually do get bitten, and then the percentage of that who actually die from it, you know, and so is so low.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think we don't understand the statistic of how unlikely it is. That's the only thing that gets me through. I'm like, I think it's just so
It's so
unlikely.
random.
Yeah.
I mean, it never even.
You could probably swim out to sea and just stay there for like a month at night as well and still not get eaten.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
I mean, I used to.
Yeah.
I used to.
Or
just,
maybe not.
I used to just think, oh, it's nothing. But
Yeah,
now, like,
No, okay.
I mean, just recently, it's been a bit like.
Yeah, true.
There's been a few, and
Yeah.
so, like a friend of mine, it would have been a year or two ago now,
Yeah.
lost his leg to a shark.
Really?
You know, Kai McKenzie.
Really?
Yeah.
Hectic.
Yeah, one of our buddies. He's a real close mate of like
Where was he?
Noah's and
Where did
Port
that happen?
Macquarie.
Oh, right up there, yeah.
Yeah. But
hectic.
he's just spent like years of the last year or so of doing rehab, and like he actually put up a video the other day skating with an artificial leg.
Yeah, wow.
Fully skating, like
What a legend.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I think that was the first time that I actually went, oh, I'm gonna go for a surf, and then like there's no one out, and I was like,
Yeah. Maybe
I can
not.
probably do without.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of made me think about it. This guy recently in Sydney, that's pretty hectic.
Yeah, that's hectic, yeah.
There was a guy up at that Bombo Beach years ago.
Yeah.
I don't even Brett Canellan.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just like suddenly I'm like, oh, it's a bit more on my radar than it was. But I think, like you said, like statistically,
Yeah.
how many people I know
Yeah.
and how not many.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
You'd be pretty lucky too.
yeah, I know it's full on.
But I met this old guy and he was like, if it's my time, you know, and he always surfs by himself,
Right.
like in the dark, like pitching. He's like, yeah, if it's my time, I'm going to go. So
Yeah,
he's just, I'm like,
it
yeah,
is
it's
kind of
kind
a way
of,
to look at it.
it is, like, because at the end of the day, we all do die.
Yeah,
And so, like, it'd be pretty crazy way to go, but
yeah,
it'd be brutal actually, because I hate blood.
yeah. Be hectic, man.
But yeah.
Be so hectic for sure.
But that's the frustrating thing is that, you know, like, it's probably not going to happen, but then you live your whole life in fear of it.
I know.
And it's like, it's good to have some fear, but, you know, yeah.
Yeah, you're just kind of just running the
Gauntlet.
running the gauntlet and running the
Yeah.
if it's time, it's time. I mean, it makes sense. It's a good way good way to handle it.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do? Stand around on the rocks every day and hope that some recklessly another photographer comes and wants to jump in and sit next to you? Like,
yeah, exactly. And I prefer...
You have to do it alone, right?
I prefer shooting by myself because whenever I'm with someone else, I always just prioritize talking.
Yeah.
And then I always miss every single shot.
Mm.
And so, like, because I'm so easily distracted, you know, ADD, but like, so I need complete silence to do anything. Complete focus. So otherwise I'll just have an absolutely terrible shoot. Well, I'll still have fun, you know, and I'll just chat to them. But then I always just go, I'm just going to have fun chatting. Yeah. Because otherwise I'll like not talk and then I feel like you feel rude. Yeah. So, so I prefer shooting by myself. Yeah. So
you have, at the moment, you've got your, would you call it studio or workshop or?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then you factory. Yep. And you also have a gallery, like a pop-up store. Is that what it is? So what's going down in each of those? What's going down in the studio?
Drugs.
Yeah. Drugs. Yeah. Cooking them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's how you get by. So like it became my full-time job of photography in, I think, 2016. I was doing, because I studied graphic design, then I was being a freelance designer. And so, which is absolutely brutal because I just didn't know how to, because in any business, there's the technicality of doing it and that has no end. Like you're always going to get better. So, and then if you're someone like me, you know, you always talk yourself down, like you're never as good as you want to be. So then you're always like never feel good enough kind of thing. That's just the way I'm wired for whatever reason. Yeah. But and then so there's the technicality of doing it, but then there's also the business side of doing it. Mm-hmm. And they're two completely separate things. And so because I was very good, like I'm a very good graphic designer in my opinion, like I'm really good at it. Good at, you know, anything artistic, but then I really love graphic design. So I was working as a graphic designer, but I was a shocking business person. Which I still am, really, because it's not me at heart. At heart, I'm a creative person who want to sit on a hill and paint a picture. Like, just do anything creative, make music, make cookies. Just as long as I'm creating something, I'm happy. And so, but I'm a terrible business person. But so that's why my freelance career didn't work as a graphic designer. So I was earning like, I don't know, as a freelancer, probably like 35,000, or maybe towards the end of my graphic design career, I might have been earning like, I don't know, maybe $50,000 or something, like doing graphic design. A year. Yeah. But then I think it was 2016, because I started selling prints through Instagram, and then in 2016 I released some prints or whatever online, and I made like 20 grand in a weekend. And you were just like, and I was like, oh wow. And so I just went, I'm not going to do graphic design anymore. Okay. Because like I absolutely slogged it out, and which I don't regret, but it was just such a hard slog, and then barely getting by, you know, earning 30,000 or whatever dollars it was, and you know, working pilgrims on the weekends and whatever. Just grinding on the absolute grind. Yeah. And then I realized, oh wow, this could be like a full thing, you know. And then I kind of just essentially ditched any graphic design work, which is pretty easy to do. Yeah. And then and then just kind of went all in on selling prints online. Mm-hmm. And so
So you're printing them yourself? Yeah.
So then over the years, I was outsourcing everything, but then I just ended up becoming the manager. Like I was just like, hey, have you printed this? Hey, can you ship this? Hey, can you do this? And because I'm a creative person who just, you know, wants to create stuff, I was like, I reckon I could do it. Like, and so I bought this little printer and started printing these small prints. And then again, one weekend I sold enough. So I did this release where I sold enough prints to, buy my own large format printer. Super printer. So that weekend I earned, I think it was like 30 grand or whatever it was, selling prints. And then I sold big prints.
Massive ones,
and so I had to buy a big printer. So I was gonna outsource the job, but then I was like, I'm just gonna use all the money to, buy the paper, buy
Reinvest.
the printer. Yeah, reinvest and went back to zero.
Yeah.
And so, but then I've got this printer. So, yeah. And
now
so
you can sell big money prints.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the way I've kind of always done it, is just reinvest everything back into the business to try and grow the business and hopefully one day see the fruits of it. And so I'm still halfway through that process.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, it's. So yeah, and then I ended up buying all the overtime as well, like framing gear, because I was printing them, then sending them because I would print them, sign them, and then send them to a framer, and then the framer would ship it out. And because framers are usually, they can be quite busy, that, it can take a while with a framer, and maybe a month or sometimes even 3 months.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I reckon I could do it. And then so, I just started teaching myself framing, met some people who helped me learn how to frame.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So now we print and frame everything from my factory. And so then, yeah.
Wow. Because that was a question I had in mind. I was like, so you're selling prints, but like framed prints? Or?
Yeah, framed, yeah.
Yeah. So you frame it all yourself. So what, do you just going to the hardware and getting the timber and banging them together?
I order everything from the suppliers, but
okay.
Everything, I've just got everything on the shelves in my workshop.
Yeah.
And then so if I take a photo that I want to print, then I'll print it out, frame it, and sell it. And
then you're putting it. So that's the studio factory workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the gallery and store.
Yeah.
Is that the space for your best of the best? Is that what's going on in there? Or?
Yeah. So I usually put in artist proof. So again, if I take a photo that I like, then I'll print it, put it up in the shop, and then see how people respond to it. Mm-hmm. But I'll also do that on Instagram. Like I'll just post it on my story, because I'm terrible at posting on the feed. And so, and then see how people respond to it. Because I might like something, but then it might not have legs, as in people might not buy it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes they coincide where you love it and then other people do. It's usually not. Usually I love it and then everyone else thinks, that's terrible. And then they just want, whatever it is. And so, so you try and, so that's pretty much what I do is, take a photo that I like. So I always make sure it's something I'm proud of.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it up somewhere and then see how people respond to it. And then I'll release it as an edition. So maybe like I really love this photo. It's called Angel, and it was like looking up in the water and it looked like kind of like an angel, like the silhouette of an angel.
Right.
Yeah. And then like I personally loved it. And then I put it up on my story, and then you can always tell that people are going to buy it when you get a lot of story replies. I'll just post a photo and then you got a lot of story replies saying, wow, that's amazing. Cool. I could sell it as a print.
Yeah.
And then, so then I just release it as an edition of 100 and sell them.
What was that last bit?
An edition of 100. So like a limited edition. So I just print 100 of them.
100 of them. Okay.
Yeah. So you just a set number of it,
right,
so that it's not like Kmart where it's always available.
But there's just a million of them. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
at it a certain amount. Keep it somewhat exclusive. If you've got one, you're one of the lucky.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon. It's it is engineered rarity, but it's the same thing. It's the same reason why Charizard is valuable.
Yeah,
because there's less of them.
Because there's less. Especially the shiny ones.
Yes, that's exactly. and even though it's engineered, like they only created that many on purpose.
Yeah,
because it's rare, but it does increase the value of it, and so
increase hype.
Yeah.
And attention.
But it's fun.
And value.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Do you have a Charizard?
Oh, I don't have Pokemon cards.
Did you?
I think I did when I was I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I wasn't that into it.
Really?
I didn't have the patience to look at cards and be entertained.
Okay. Yeah, right.
I needed things to be flying around and moving and constantly.
So what were you into then?
I like to surf.
Yeah.
Skate.
Oh, like do physical things.
I was just on the move.
Right.
Wrestle and play and run around the bush and ride bikes and carry on. That's what I was just moving non-stop.
So Yu-Gi-Oh cards. No, I'm joking.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
What about TV shows? Did you like anything? Did you like Simpsons? So you didn't watch TV? We did.
Yeah. Sort of. but we'd just put on like the kind of ABC for like
Yeah.
sometimes an hour here and there.
Yeah, nice.
It was never an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Like I was getting home from school on the bus with my friends who lived in the neighborhood, sprinting home, grabbing me skatey,
Yeah.
grabbing my skateboard, grabbing my bike, grabbing my surfboard, grabbing diving gear,
Yeah,
grabbing
yeah.
anything I could get, and just going.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like as a kid for me, the ocean was the playground. Like we'd go down and we had, you know, barrel rocks where you go and hide under the rock. We'd have like rocks that were slippery. We'd slip around on them. We'd have jump rocks. We'd have, there was always something moving and changing, and that was what entertained
Nintendo?
me. Not really. I had a
Really?
PlayStation
No
1,
gaming?
but never
No
really.
Nintendo?
No.
No, Nintendo 64?
No.
Oh, what was the other one? The Super
Mario and that.
Yeah, no.
No.
Really?
No.
Wow.
We had a PlayStation 1 that my dad was
What
pretty...
about Kai?
My brother got a bit more into that.
Gaming? Yeah, right.
A bit
right.
more. A little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
more. But no, we were...
But still
we
outside.
were on the...
Because I did both. I went hard at Pit Rock, but then also went hard at games.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Like we had cubbies.
That's good.
Cubbies, man. We were always like going down and like every spare second I'd be at school thinking all day, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this new roof on the cubby.
Yeah.
And that's
so
just,
good.
we just had forts and just created these kind of parallel universes of like these bad other kids that were going to come one day and find our cubby, and we'd have to set up traps and spears and just be ready for these imaginary kids that would come and get us one day that never came. But we were ready. If they came, they were done.
Where was that?
Just down at like Dolphin Point, the bush
so
and stuff. Bike jumps.
Yeah. That's great, man. I love that.
So with this big print, just because I don't really understand what is a giant print, a huge one worth? Like I know like paintings and stuff. It's like, is it the similar kind of scale?
Not really. Like, you know, like I'm pretty low on the spectrum of photographers, but I'm only new to it, really. You know, like I've only been shooting for like hard for so maybe 14 years, like a lot. Yeah. And so I feel like I'm still new to it. It's only been my full-time job for 9 years now, so
still developing the name.
Yeah, still developing. Yeah, and so like it depends. Like, you know, it depends on the release and how much interest there is. Because if there's more interest for something, then I know that I'll be able to sell it at a higher price because, you know, there's more people wanting it. So and often I don't really want to sell something because I want it, you know, like and then because when it's sold, you know, and so yeah. But like a typical one, like the most common size that I sell at the moment is like $2,500. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All so right. Yeah, nothing crazy. Yeah. But then the biggest ones go for $5.5.
Yeah. Okay.
And so,
you're not selling them for like
like $1 million. Nah. Yeah. I would love to. Yeah, you know, obviously.
I guess that's like, it's you got to work your way up the ladder.
Yeah, I think you got to work your way up. Yeah.
I guess it becomes a name, and then a name becomes a collectible, and then
yes, exactly.
Which is the direction you're heading eventually.
Yeah, that's what I want to be doing it forever.
You're well and truly on the road. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I mean, you got the store up there. Is the store going well? Is it?
Yeah, like so online people want to spend like maybe like $150, you know, like the average order value is a lot lower, but in person, because people can see it in person, like, it looks it looks so much better. Because online, you know, you can't really tell, you know, everything looks good online because everything's, you know, on Pinterest and whatever. Yeah. So it's hard to tell, but then, you know, when you come in person, and you know, like I'm really proud of my products, like they look a million times better, and so
shop looks amazing, man.
Yeah, people tend to spend more money. Yeah.
I'd guess it's probably the dumb question. This is one of the dumber ones, but is Christmas sort of summer holidays definitely your time to be cashing in?
Yeah,
it
so
would be, huh?
Because it's such a seasonal town down here.
There's just so many people from out of town too coming in, and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so with your followings on social media platforms, are they still growing, or did you have that huge bit of growth and now you just have your kind of your audience and that's where you're at?
Like I think everything comes in waves, as they say. And so like it's kind of like anything, like you can't do everything at once, and so you can only build so I'm as a creative person, I obsess over being a better photographer and being, but again, it has nothing to do, well, not nothing to do with, but it's only 50% of being a photographer as a business. You've got to work out how to sell your things. And so because I onboarded or brought everything in-house with printing and framing, like I've been focusing on the product more than the promotion of the stuff.
Okay.
And so I've been
Is framing new? Is this something new that you started
Oh
doing?
yeah. I've only been doing it for, like it was a slow process, but I've only been doing it for a few years now.
Okay, so it's pretty new.
Yeah, so I've just kind of like, it's kind of like photography. But so like I kind of, with Instagram, you only get as much out of as you put in. And so like you need to be posting every day and, like whatever. But, in the last 3 years, I average 1 post a month.
Yeah, that's not your priority right now.
Well, so I just haven't been doing it. But but it's still like online. You can, I still make a lot from that.
Yeah.
Like when you do a release online.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it just ebbs and flows. Like I just kind of like, recently I'm like, I've got to pull my finger out and like
get something going
on there and more, get some social stuff and, but you kind of like, I've been doing it a long time. So you get inspired and you find your niche and then you kind of get over it. Cause like how many times can you take a photo of a wave and post it and sell it, but then, so you're going to kind of reinvent yourself and, work out what you love. Because there's always the pressure of, what people know you for and what they want, but then you kind of go down rabbit holes of what you find creative. Yeah. And then
you want to explore.
Yeah, you want to explore, you want to find what you love about it. And then, but then you kind of got to try and meld the two as well. Yeah. Because it is a business.
Well, now it's
that's the scary thing.
Passion to a job.
Yeah, it goes from a passion to a job. And then, I got kids I don't really have to feed them much these days, but yet. Yes. But I've got kids, and so there's that fire under my bum. Whereas, when I was single, I didn't have to earn money at all because it didn't matter. Yeah. And so, I just wouldn't eat. And, so now I've but I love it. Like I do love it. Yeah. Yeah. It's a cool job. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you say like you have a certain condition or a certain type of wave or oceanscape that you'd prefer to shoot?
Like again, it's changed. Like when I first kind of when I first was starting, I was just, and I still do try and do this. Like I want the photo because again, I'm more of an, like I love creativity and I love art more than I love photography. Like, and so photography is just kind of like an outlet, it's kind of like, you love breakfast, so you build a chair so you can sit and eat your breakfast. So I've learned photography in order as a way to be able to, express myself creatively. So, what were we saying? What were you saying?
So
specifically
if there's one kind or
so it's always changing. So when I started, because I'm more into art, I was trying to create a picture that looked like art. Okay. That you would look at it and go, is that an artwork or is that a photo of a wave, And so that's how I still try and look at shapes, any photo. Contours, shape, contours, reflections. Like, does it just look like art? Like, is it a painting or, is it so thought out that it looks fake, but it's real, you know? And so, but then lately, in the last couple of years, I've been like, allowing, because ever since when I opened the store in Milton, because prior to that, I was just selling purely to the USA,
really?
In US dollars. And so my store was in US dollars and I was just selling to the USA and Germany.
Online store?
Yeah, online.
Okay, yeah.
So then when I opened up the physical store, people were just curious, where's this photo? And so it was more like about the location than it was
purely the art.
Yeah, purely the art. And so then I was like, yeah, so then it was kind of cool because then it opened up a new avenue because I used to just want to shoot like a photo of a wave. But then when I opened up the store and people were asking, oh, do you have a photo of Baril? You know? And it's like, and I'm like, but I don't want to just take a photo of Baril. And I'm not yet to do one really yet, a good one. So it's like, can I take an artistic photo of a location?
Okay.
You know, so can there be some kind of element of the location and also can it be arty as well? So I'm kind of been going down that rabbit hole the last couple of years. Can I still, so like I love shooting like headlands and stuff, but in an artistic way. And I'm not there yet, but I've been kind of down that rabbit hole of like, you know, there was that photo of there's Pigeon House Mountain and then the wave going over it. Have you seen that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that.
Is that Nuggin?
Yeah, that's at Nuggin. Yeah.
And you're shooting from the left towards the right, but back through the right?
Yeah.
But as if you were in the tube looking out.
Yeah, so it's like, you know how the side wedge? Yeah, on the inside. So it was one of the inside waves going sideways. And so I was out the back and I shot it back in. But
And just by a stroke, like, did you line
I've been trying to do that for so long.
And you got it?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, that shot's feel.
Yeah, but the reason why that works is because it's a location, but it's also artistic and it's also...
So that's a...
Yeah, so I've been down that rabbit hole and then
you nailed that one.
Like I took a photo of at South Molly of Cammers down the street.
Right.
And so, have you seen that one?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like huge cameras.
You just see those big lines of water
and
big
spray,
lines
and spray. And but then it's locational as well.
Yeah.
And so, you know.
all the molly heads to just like get that up in the Airbnb.
Yes, exactly. You know, but it's so that I've been trying that rabbit hole of, so what I've found interesting at the moment is, can you combine two things? So, like whatever that is, like, so it's kind of like a streetscape and the ocean. So I'm like, can I merge the worlds, you know? And so, yeah, like the more like kind of stories you can combine, the more interesting a print is or a photo. Yeah. So
something that's interesting to me, looking at your work, you're someone that is capturing moments of the ocean, but you're not necessarily capturing what would be considered from a surfing point of view good moments or quality waves.
Right? Thanks, mate. Is that crap?
No, as in like you're not necessarily see some people.
Oh, okay,
some people would capitalize on the okay, this place here is currently really good. It's pumping.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a photo of this and that, and because the wave's so good, then it's gonna be a great photo.
Yeah.
But you're swimming out, like you said, you're going to these waves that aren't even necessarily waves that are to be ridden. And capturing shapes. And motion and movement and color and flair rather than necessarily a perfect flawless shaped surfing surfable wave.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I think it's good because there's a lot of photographers who do that now, and that's why I'm kind of like, can I do something different? Like, can I incorporate landscapes? Can I like go down other rabbit holes as well?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like that one you referred to before, the one of Kemmers, in like the one you had, they weren't really good waves, were they?
Right,
they were just giant walls with sprays of water.
Yeah.
You weren't taking a photo of a surf spot that had a quality surf wave. You took a photo of lines of water in the ocean.
Yeah.
And so that took away from it being, there's a really good surfing wave. You were like, there's the power of the ocean and how close it is and how kind of coexistent and entwined it is with a suburban street. You know what I mean? That was kind of the art in that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I saw that and was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because again, like when I look at your photos, it's not necessarily, geez, that's a really good wave here, or that's a beautiful wave. Whereas some surf photographers, like, they get amazing shots of spots. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, I would love a shot of that because that's my favorite wave.
Yeah.
But Arseholes is a perfect example. Like, it's not really a wave that is surfed.
Yeah.
Because it's just dead set.
And that's why
walls landing on rocks.
Yeah. That's why it can be good to shoot because no one's out, you know. And so it's like, like Depot's good too, but then whenever it's good, there's a lot of surfers on it.
A million surfers.
And so, it's hard to get a photo without someone on it, which is all cool.
The surfing auditorium, isn't it?
Yeah. So when I go out there, I just shoot like whatever, like, but yeah. But usually when like riders are on it, unless I know them, like personally, then I'll do a courtesy shoot. Like I'll pretend to shoot them.
Yeah.
Because I feel rude just not shooting them at all.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of like pretend to track them.
Yeah.
But then if it's actually someone I know, then I will shoot them for them, you know, not for myself, but for them.
Yeah.
I try to anyways, but I don't know if I'm a good surf photographer yet.
So you're not ever linking up with a surfer or a professional surfer or
no, but
athlete.
I want to.
You'd like for someone to say, hey, it's going to be pumping. Yeah, come and shoot.
But like, I would want to do it in an artistic way. Like, you know, can we go somewhere that has some crazy cliff face and, you know, like, can we do it that you can't even tell who's riding it, you know, like, and so, yeah, but I want to actually make a surf movie one day called Unridden and shoot way, like, it's probably a very boring, like, I'm sure someone's done it before, but just go shoot waves that's people have never surfed before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like just with surfers, like you can do it.
I got a man for you.
Yeah, do you?
I got a man for you who's going to be on the next episode dropping tomorrow. Noah Dean, he's your man.
Okay, yeah, sweet.
Because he is an absolute maniac when it comes to surfing waves that shouldn't be surfed.
Yeah,
and
cool.
I think he gets some sort of sick, twisted rush out of pummeling himself against rocks.
Okay.
So he's your man.
Okay, sick. Sick.
You got to talk to him.
Yeah, cool.
We got to line that
but
up.
I'll do it in a way that, you know, again, it's not just like barrel person and it's about the surfer, but I'll do it in like, how can we shoot this that looks like a timeless photo? Right. You know, looks like a piece of art. And then, but anyways. Yeah. So yeah, I like shooting surfers when there's context, there's stuff going on and not just like, but I'll shoot like a slab of them riding a slab for them, so they've got a photo.
So they've got a great photo.
Yeah. But I would like to shoot something interesting. Yeah.
If you were to get like a real, say you're out shooting, and you were to get a really good photo of someone, would you then, like a lot of photographers would do when they ask for it, be like, hey, this is my rate for X amount of photos, give me $300 and I'll give you 3 sequences. Do you sell images, or you just purely keep the selling of images to your store and your online store 100%. And the photos that you've taken to be sold? Yeah. Like they're free. Like any surf photographers, that's your photo. Yeah. But I'm real bad at sending photos, like as in I just forget. But so you got to hound me for them, but not because I'm trying to gatekeep them, but it's just literally because my days are usually pretty crazy. Pretty jammed with 3 boys, a wife, 2 shops. Yeah. And then, how many employees do you have? So I'm technically an employee of my company. Yep. And then I've got Brian in the workshop. Yeah. He works every day. Yeah. And then I've got a lady who works in the shop. In the store? The same lady every day? Yep. Okay. At the moment, yeah. Like over time I've employed different people and whatever. Right. So, and then Eb, my wife, is technically an employee of my company. Yep. But so there's just like on the books there's 5 of us. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't. So if I take a photo of a surfer, it's yours for free. Yeah. But yeah, and I would love to. I'd actually be interested in shooting surfers more. But again, it's can I do it in a creative way? Yeah. And not just, you know, like just however. Yeah. Yeah, you think, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some of my friends who surf will see this and oh, 100%. Have a chat to you. I'm down for it. I'm so down for it. I mean, there's certain guys where like their aspiration is to surf things that everyone else goes, that's not surfing. Like, Yeah, right. Yeah. Sick. Let me just see if that's true. Yeah. I mean, Russ is obviously. Oh yeah, he's nuts. Yeah. He's obviously a good advocate for that. Yeah. Well, I want to make a movie. Like I want to make a film. Like. What was it? Unridden. Unridden. Yeah. And it's like I reckon it'd be fun. Yeah. It's probably been done. I'm probably just copying someone's idea. No, Unridden. I think there'd be something would have been done. Videos of unridden waves. Yeah. As in like empties. Yeah. But I don't think there's been a film where every wave ridden is somewhere. Yeah, it's somewhere that you're not sure. It's like you just rock up somewhere and it's barely rideable, or you just don't know. So not that it necessarily hasn't been written for sure, but you're pretty sure that it hasn't been written. Or just like an unknown wave. Yeah, it's like what's this? Everyone rolls up like, whoa, what's that? Yeah, let's ride it. Okay. Yeah. That's why you want guys like Russ and Noah, because they would know. They know the ins and outs of every slab,
where
chunk of
hasn't
deadly
been
reef.
ridden. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You'd come.
I'd come and drink a long neck on the headland and watch. And maybe paddle out. And
Of course you would.
Yell at them.
You're nuts.
Encourage. I don't know. I don't know if I could. My body can't cop the beating like those guys can. They're like titanium, those two. Actually, no, Russ has been...
Are you 30 now?
30, just turned 30.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. But I'm not going to say it's old age that has made me get more hurt. I've been getting hurt since I was a kid. I just snap. I don't fall well.
Ever since the mower.
Oh man, that wasn't even the start. It's been going on since day dot.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have an image, like one of your pieces, if that's the right thing to call it? Is piece?
Yeah, piece. Yeah, I call them pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. One of your pieces. Do you have a favorite one?
I've been loving that South Molly one. It's a vibe. No, the South Molly.
Oh, the one with the big
street
lines of water
and I think that encapsulates a lot of what I love at the moment.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, it's nothing interesting, but it is at the same time.
Yeah.
So because at the moment I'm just inspired by all the 70, like I don't even know the names of them, but any photo from the 70s, like just anything, everything, the design from the 70s, the photography from the 70s, because like a lot of people who shoot film nowadays, it's like the cool thing to shoot film, which I definitely want to learn. Like I bought a couple of film cameras, but I'm just like easing my way into it. But because the people back in the day who would shoot on film, they weren't trying to shoot something like vibey, like a lot of film photographers these days. It's like, oh, it's cool if you shot on film because it's got a vibe to it, It's almost like a filter, essentially. Yeah. But these guys back in the day, if you look at all these, photographers from the 70s, they were taking and before the 70s, like 40s, like they were taking the most insane photos, like, because they weren't trying to take something vibey, because a film wasn't a vibe, film these days.
It was all they had,
it was all they had, but they were actually trying to take something really good. So they were like learning, composition, lighting, like everything about photography, and they were absolute weapons at it. And they were using the worst gear in the world, but taking like the most insane photos. So that photo was actually inspired by not any particular shot, but just because I'd been down this rabbit hole of looking at all photos from the 70s.
Yeah.
And so when I drove over that hill on that morning and I saw these sets and I saw the street, I was just like, I jumped straight out of my car and just stood in the middle of the road, and I just took the photo. And and so like, because I just had that in my mind of all these old 70s photography, 70s.
Those shots.
Those shots where they just encapsulate like everything so well. And again, like, people like Slim Aarons or whatever, they weren't trying to get a vibe, like they weren't trying to get a cool photo. They were trying to get a really good photo, like technically, like they were technicians of photography. And so they were absolutely insane. And so I would love to sell all my digital gear and just go film, but I want to do it. I want to do it really well. Like
I
want to know how to do it. I want to master it before I do that, know. And so, but it's probably going to take me 20 years. So
yep.
Yeah.
You thirsty? You want to know on those?
Yeah. Legend.
Moisten the palate.
Yes, moist.
Jeez. Oh, here we go. We got the crack now.
Love a moist palate. How moist is your palate?
Oh, it's good. Nice.
Wow. Guess I'm not driving home.
You'll be fizzing too hard, bubbling. You'll be burping too much. You won't be able to operate the vehicle.
I'm definitely getting pulled over.
Yeah. So why are you burping so much?
Yeah, they don't do it's an RBT, but a random burp test.
I was going to say bubble test. A random bubble test. Excuse me, sir. How many bubbles have you had tonight? Burp. All right, so that leads to another question.
Okay.
My next question.
Am I gay? Oh, no.
No. Oh, well, are you?
No.
No, you're married, right?
Yeah, okay.
You're not.
To a woman.
Woman.
Yep.
Right, so 3 boys.
Yep.
are your sons and the woman's your wife? Okay, so
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you had like 3 boys were like your partners.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The woman was your
It's
daughter.
an open relationship.
Who are your greatest influences or inspirations as a photographer?
Inspirations. Like, I've always just been inspired by anyone who does anything well.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's a baker, who just bakes the most insane bread, or, a painter who just is so dedicated to their craft. So I think one of my biggest inspirations in the early days was, I think it was Steven Sagmeister, which is a graphic designer, but he would take photos as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, just anyone who does anything insanely well. And so I've always, but like differently as well. So I've always been inspired by anyone. Like, you can be inspired by Russ because of how good he surfs, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I remember seeing Russ out depot for the first time. Not his first time, but the first time I saw him out there in person. I think he was like 15 or something, or I forget how old he was, but he was pretty young at the time. And when he just paddled, he just looked so relaxed. This is his element.
Yeah. And
he just got up, and it was just like, just like seeing that is inspiring, like seeing anyone who does anything well. So like, I've been inspired recently by this Japanese photographer. I don't even know his name, but I watched this like kind of mini documentary on him.
Wow.
And he just took the most insane photos. So I was very inspired by this Japanese photographer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in the 50s or something. So yeah, I'm real bad at remembering names. And so, but yeah, so at the moment, what am I inspired by? Like, not anyone particular. I think I try not to look at photography too much, especially like current photography. If I look at photography, I'll make sure I encourage other photographers, because I love being that guy who's just like rooting for everyone, like, yep, oh, you took that, that's amazing, good on you. Like, and so I love just doing that for people, just trying to encourage them in their photography.
Yeah. But
in saying that, I try not to look photography at all, because I feel like then if it's in your head, like when I was doing graphic design, I remember I was doing a brochure, and I was sitting in McDonald's, and I designed a brochure, and I was using the McDonald's Wi-Fi, and the brochure ended up looking like McDonald's, because all I could see around me was, and it's because I'm so like visually stimulated or whatever, that I ended up just creating a brochure for this other brand or whatever that just looked and felt like McDonald's. And it was just like, it was so bad, and I hated it. And so, yeah, I think, whatever you're kind of consuming then, you're thinking about, so I hate being in the ocean or shooting and then thinking about another live photographer.
Yeah.
Or
the images floating in your head,
image, or even what they're going to think about it. Like, I don't want to be thinking about who's going to like it, or who, or other people. I don't want to replicate what other people are doing. That's why it's good referencing photographers who are dead.
Yeah.
Like, from a long time ago, because you're referencing,
a legacy.
Yeah, a legacy of older photographers, and then you're not, going to try and copy someone's current work. And then also you're trying to copy, people who shoot something that's not like what you shoot. Yeah. So because I shoot the ocean, it's like, can I be inspired by this Japanese street photographer?
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's what I've been. Yeah. That's what I try and do, is reference. So if I'm referencing artists that I love, like I follow a lot of artists online, so I just love scrolling through my feed and seeing people painting and people like drawing, just because then you can see the composition, and you can see the lighting, the shading, the the everything about art, and then you've just got art in your head. Yeah. So I don't want to be referencing photography.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting, actually. Yeah, I mean, it makes complete sense. Like to stay true to the authenticism of your art form.
Yeah,
it's best to keep your idea of your version of that art form, in your head rather than altering it with outsourced imagery and information.
Yeah. And because, obviously photography is such a visual thing, like if you're just referencing current photography, then you will just end up creating what's already out there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But I like one of the quotes I live by is live by. One of the quotes, this quote I live by. No, like I love this quote personally by C.S. Lewis. And he said, never try and be original. What is it? I'm going to butcher it, but it's like the person who tries to be original will never be original, but the person who tries to tell the truth, you'll become original without even knowing it. And so like he's a story writer.
Yeah.
And he actually talked too about how your environment will determine how good he could write. So he would always make sure that he was like in a well-lit room, and like he would he would put himself in places with like beautiful light coming through, and like it's warm, and you get the vibe going, because he said he could just write so much better when because we're just we're very absorbent creatures. And so, but yeah, like so that's the kind of way to take the pressure off as well, is that I try and reference old photographers like from the 50s or something, and then also reference art. I probably reference art more than I do photographers, but then if I'm referencing photographers, I try and go back in time, and then I use that quote in my head. This is just like mind gymnastics, but this is what I do in my head, is that I just try and tell the truth of whatever situation is in front of me.
Yeah.
And then it takes the pressure off, because you're like, well, I can only take as good photo as I can see in front of me.
Yeah, yeah. So
then it kind of takes the creative pressure off. And that's the thing. Even with photography, it is kind of funny, because like some photographers maybe take too much credit, and I'm like, no, it's just the beautiful world that God made, like where
beautiful thing that's in front of it.
It's a beautiful thing in front of me. Like, obviously you can take a good and a bad photo, and that's where we come in, but really we're just trying to tell the truth of how beautiful the world is, and how insane this planet is.
Yeah.
Like, you can dive down to the deepest oceans and you'll find a little critter. Like, it's just so teeming with life and beauty.
Yeah.
And so all you've got to do is try and like capture that beauty and capture that vibe, and you pretty much never do. Like, because you have the best session. The sun was amazing, and like there's dolphins, and like when just the vibe is there, like it's just such a good vibe. And then you get home, and then like all your photos are rubbish, or you post it, and because you've still got the memory of how beautiful the morning was, you post these photos and you've got the vibe of what it was like, but the photos never translate how beautiful it was. You know? Like, it's
hard to it's I find that hard about photography. You can never capture it as beautiful as you can see it.
100%.
Like,
it's
photos,
never.
That photos never do it justice.
Yeah. We're just a box of cliches, aren't we?
We're all over them today, aren't we?
We think we've come up with something original, but it was been said before.
Hey, how often are you shooting a week, would you say?
Like, as when I first started, I was doing it heaps, and then I kind of went through a season where I was barely shooting, so then I decided to shoot every day for a year. So I shot every single day, no matter what, for a whole year. It was about the time it became my full-time job, actually, funnily enough, but it was 2016, I think it was, or 20, and so I shot every single day for a year, which is the best thing ever, because I thought I was a pretty good photographer before then. Like, I was like, I know how to take a photo. And then when you got to do it every day for a year, you realize how bad of a photographer you are. Right. And so then that's when I first started becoming more technical. I was like, wow, like I've really got to learn this thing. And then, you kind of, again, it comes in waves. Like, if the surf's good every day, then I'll shoot every day. Mm-hmm. But then if it's raining for a month, like...
No, okay, yeah.
So
it's like surfing.
Yeah, it's exactly like surfing. Yeah, and then it's the same thing. Like when you're a grom, you're frothing, so you surf everything all the time. It's this big, and get out minis or get out all these places. This is all exciting. And similar in photography, it's like once you've, shot it, you're just kind of like, it's not really, it's going to be high tide soon. I'm not going to bother.
A little bit of this. And
There's a couple of guys out. I don't want to go out, and then you go down here and you drive around and you just miss it. And so it's kind of like that. You turn into an old grumpy photographer that doesn't want to shoot anything because it's not perfect.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to push yourself into it.
Yeah.
And, but new gear is always fun because you've kind of like, whenever you get, so that's why I want to learn film photography because, and why I have been starting to learn it is because it's a whole new, it's exciting again because you're like, it's a challenge because you need a challenge. And so like, so new gear's fun too because I've got to be testing out this new iPhone. And so like, I've been trying to shoot every day or as much as I can. Yeah.
What's your current equipment quiver?
Sony A7R4 with a 70-200 2.8 lens and 24-70 2.8 and an Aquatech housing, and then this is an iPhone 17 Pro.
Sweet. So you just spoke Russian, right?
Yeah,
that was Russian.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
You got you got subtitles.
Yeah, I have to put subtitles.
But yeah, for any photographer, they would know.
No,
it's pretty basic.
I understand a little bit. You just rattled it off.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, holy mackerel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you're running one camera.
Yep.
2 lenses.
Yep.
And the phone. You're not jumping around between cameras for this and that moment and then, but
no,
you're not overcomplicating it.
Because it's a 61 megapixel camera, and it takes 10 photos a second. And so each photo is 112 megabytes. So it takes 10 photos, so it takes a gigabyte a second, essentially. And so because I'm printing my work, you want big quality. And then it's also, so it's got that camera is perfect because it's got speed and quality. And so some of the large format cameras are just a lot slower.
Okay.
So they would take a even bigger photo, like in terms of print size, but then they'll only take, like a couple of photos a second or whatever. And because you need those split seconds to get a good photo, and then also they're ridiculously expensive. So if I had to jump to another, and Sony doesn't make a medium format camera,
right?
So that's why I haven't jumped, because then I'd have to buy all new lenses too, and the lenses cost more than the body. So then I'll just have to change. Like and there's no other camera that has really tickled my fancy yet, where I'm like, but that's why I want to get into film photography more, because still to this day, you pretty much can't beat a medium format film camera in terms of print quality.
Really?
Yeah. So even all the digital advancements, you still pretty much won't get a better print out of the good digital cameras. Maybe like a phase 1 technically will look better, but I don't think it will naturally look better than a medium format film camera, or a large format film camera would be wild.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And that's why that's why I really reckon we kind of peaked as a society in the 70s, because we haven't really upgraded even in photography from then.
Oh yeah.
So
haven't really advanced.
That's what I think. I could be completely wrong, but that's just what I've looked into.
Yeah.
And
interesting.
Yeah. The medium format cameras from the 70s. Yeah.
Is the
I reckon camera brands should be developing film cameras.
Yeah.
Because again, it's cool because it's using real light, and it's just the light comes in and it physically burns onto the film. And so these medium and large format film cameras, you're never going to replicate real light coming on to, because it's a digital sensor, it's interpreting the light to numbers. So it's just an interpretation of what happened.
It's kind of like we were saying, you always see something, you try and take a photo that you can't take it.
Yeah.
But when you open up a hole and the light that comes in the door is closed off and burns.
That's real light being,
boom. I agree.
Physically,
I find it easier to get settings right, or to get lighting better on a film camera than I do digital.
Yeah. Exactly.
I actually got one for my 30th.
Yeah.
It's just sitting over there.
Yeah. Nice.
It's a new Pentax that they bought out, film camera, that shoots 72 exposures per 36 exposure roll.
Right.
Dane Singleton, who you know, is also a photographer.
When's he coming on the podcast?
I've been trying to get him. I want him bad. He'll be great. He'd be so good. But he has had eyes on that, and when everyone was like, "What do we get him?" He was like, "This."
Nice.
He's like, "I want one."
Yeah.
But he's just like,
"Okay, cool.
This is a great present because I know you're into film photography. I want you to take photos of that and tell me what it's like."
Yeah, cool.
So I haven't opened it yet because it's been absolute chaotic times. But
yeah.
That's so now photography.
Sick.
That's why I was stoked that I got you now too, so we can talk photography. So I'm like, just need a little bit of a shove right now. Because I'm so like it's just in my head.
Keep that C.S. Lewis quote in mind that you know, don't try and be original, just try and tell the truth.
Okay.
And then you become original without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
So you'll be original photographer because all you try and do is tell the truth of the moment, and then you'll be the best photographer in the world.
Wow.
Jake Mckeown.
Jake McKeown. Shooting billboards.
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean,
cool.
We're probably getting kind of close to wrapping it.
All right, then.
A question I like to ask, which you've kind of answered in 3 different ways now, I reckon.
Oh, really?
Is like, what would be some advice that you'd have for younger photographers trying to get out? But you kind of just, sort of just delivered me that right then.
Yeah.
Be original. Don't try and mimic someone else's work.
Yeah. Be like, obviously... Well, it's kind of like 2-pronged because when you start, you need to replicate everyone, you know, like, because it's kind of like how do we learn to speak? We don't first write a book.
Yeah.
You know, you replicate what other people are saying. And so you got to reference everyone and copy them. Like I've heard some really good musicians, the way they ended up composing their own work was first listen to the Hobbit soundtrack and try and replicate it, because as you replicate it, then you'll learn the technical side of what, like, how did
where to put your fingers,
where you put your fingers. So you got to learn the chords, you got to learn, you know, so while you're learning, replicate everyone 100%. But then as you develop, so the first thing for a young photographer would just be shoot every single day, do the year challenge, do the 3-month challenge, just literally shoot every single day because you'll learn, then you'll actually learn, you know, the old saying, you can't steer a ship that isn't moving, you know, and so you got to shoot every single day, and then you just got to keep doing that, and then you know, you'll find your own voice as you do it more, and then you just go towards what you find interesting. So like if you just personally shoot what you find interesting and what you find good, then you'll end up becoming a good photographer. But man, it's so ongoing because you literally think, oh yeah, I'm all right, and then you kind of unlock a whole new world of like how bad you are, and it's great. It's a good thing. Because you're like, wow, I'm actually a terrible photographer, you know, and then it's awesome. Like pretty much every time I shoot, I go back and 99% of it is absolute rubbish. Like, and so it's great because of how difficult it is. I forget, but recently I went out and I just blew it, like so many shots I just missed, and I was like, and I loved it because I was like, I loved how difficult it was, because I was like, this is so difficult to actually get a good photo. And so, because that's the thing, some people shoot their whole lives and literally they'll only have 10 images that they like over their whole life.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Would you say you're a big critic of your work? And critical of yourself?
Yeah, like, you know, when you start out and then I think that I drew a graph one day that, you know, the longer you shoot, the more you hate your own photos. So like when you first shoot, well, there is like a sweet spot when you first get good enough to start taking half decent photos. You think you're a pretty good photographer, but then the longer you shoot, you realize how bad you are, and then
you get better, and you get a better eye for what's good.
Yeah, exactly. So then you get this small. It's kind of like the better you get at surfing, you know, someone will get a barrel and like do a trick or whatever, and they're like, "How good was that?" And they're like, "Oh, I didn't really bottom turn properly or whatever."
Yeah. Oh, really? I was only in there for this long, and it's hard to get out of the water.
Yeah.
Like,
so they're way more grumpy, and so it's the same with photography. It's like, you know, you get better, so then you know what's actually good. And so, you know, you come back to C.S. Lewis, just try and tell the truth and don't put too much pressure on yourself. But Yeah. That's young kids. What else?
Yeah. Very good.
Is that the only question you had?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm just pondering on it for a moment. Just taking a second there to stew on that.
Yeah, so.
And then would you, like, have you had... Okay, so, like, what about, like, file keeping and stuff, right? You got so many files.
Yeah.
How do you keep that in order? Have you got just bulk hard drives, or do you just go through, like, if you're shooting for 2 hours, you've got 2,000, 100,000 photos?
You got, typically 1,000 photos.
1,000 photos
per shoot.
Are you just going tick, 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 tick through, and then just go, there's the moment, boom, drag one away, tick, 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 drag one away, tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, like, well, that's the thing. When I first, again, you hit that sweet spot where you're good enough to take a good enough photo, but then you're really not that good. And so I would just trigger heavy, just shoot a lot. But now the longer I've done it, usually when I go out shooting now, I only take, like, whereas I used to average 1,000 photos a shoot. Now on the same day might only shoot 200 photos.
Yeah, so you're just waiting for the moment.
Just waiting, and then you just really
Okay,
just
that's
wait,
it.
and then you pretty much just don't shoot anything.
And half the time you're like, oh shit, I should have pulled the trigger, dang it.
Yeah, 100%. Because then that's the thing, you become too critical. So you got to kind of put that childlike nature back into yourself and go, no, I'm just here to play and not be too serious,
Okay.
And so, but yeah, so I've just got like hard drives.
Yeah,
and just
you
put
drag the good ones and then just
No, I
format
don't.
the
I've
card?
never delete anything.
Never.
Yeah, I've never deleted a photo.
Never.
Pretty much, like, yeah.
So you never.
Unless I absolutely, that one's black, pitch black.
So you never format your cards and stuff.
I'll format my cards, but I just drag
the
stuff onto a
entire
hard
shot
drive. Yeah,
onto a hard drive.
yeah.
So
And
you've
usually
got
I don't look
huge
at it
hard
for a
drive.
year.
Right.
Like, so I'll just put it on a hard drive and then just keep living my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting.
Unless I know I got an absolute banger,
Okay.
then I'll look at that and go, oh, that's what I was trying to get. But most of the time I just put it on a hard drive.
So for all you know, you've just got the $1 million shot sitting on one of those little devices.
Usually
Okay.
so then I'd look at it. But yeah, like, because
You could have the billboard just sitting waiting.
yeah, because then it's about, what kind of release I want to do. I want to do a black and white release.
Mm-hmm.
So I look back on all my photos and go, are there any good photos, that would look good in black and white,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so you can kind of look back and but yeah. And the good thing is that the more time you leave it, then you look at it more objectively,
Mm-hmm.
because you're not thinking about how you ruined it, or you're not thinking about how good the vibe was or how bad the vibe was.
Yeah.
You just kind of you just open it. I don't even remember this session. And you're like, whoa, that's amazing. And
That's a good shot. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
so then I
like that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Because instead of being like, oh, I did that shot, and then you see it and you go, oh, I remember that if I had done the way before and shot like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just roll in there and go, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then as a business person, you're going to see it more like other people are going to see it,
Yeah.
because they're just scrolling and
Just
then
see a beautiful
they see a photo and they see it just more objectively.
Wow, that's very smart there.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And that's
Very
the other good thing about shooting with the iPhone as well, is because with a bigger camera, well, there's obviously more of a learning curve with a camera, but then on your computer, it looks amazing because it's so big. But then, when I learned to shoot with my phone, you're looking at it so small. But then that's exactly how people are going to see it on Instagram. So if it looks good small,
it looks good.
Yeah. So it's kind of the same way that, musicians, they mix according to the radio, or they mix according to what it's going to sound like the platform that it's going to be listened onto. So
that's what I do with this.
Yeah.
I have to adjust the sound
to Spotify.
I adjust the sound to come out at a certain amount of decibels, if you will.
Yeah.
So that when you're listening to your favorite song and suddenly you've got it queued up, my podcast to come on next, and then I come on, it's not like, nah, and then like, hey, going,
Yeah.
And
It's
then
got to be normalized.
You get blasted,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Same sort of thing. I have to compress it and set it to a certain stock output that then is kind of standard across the board.
Yeah.
So
It's the same thing. So you got to view it you got to view it as much like the person who's going to consume it.
So like, what's coming up? What's like the new near / not super near? Like between 1 and 5 years, what are your plans? Where are you heading?
Yeah, I think I want to learn film photography. Like definitely want to try and tackle that beast.
Yep.
And so because then it becomes, it's a challenge again. And so been dabbling. I would love to, just officially sell all my gear and just have a really good medium format camera that I can take in the ocean that also takes good photos, whatever. But I also want to, because I'm a control freak, I've been trying to buy my own lab gear so I can just develop everything in person.
That'd be cool.
So that's what I've been trying to do.
You got the studio there, you can just put it all in there.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You got the space.
Yeah.
Do you have space for it? Like,
Yeah, I do.
Workshops?
Yeah, so I was about to buy the gear, and then I got a tax bill. And so I had to pay I was like, do I go to jail but get to develop for the next few months? And so I decided to pay my tax bill, and then I'm broke. So but yeah, so I want to buy the gear. So that's kind of when I can buy the gear, then I'll go into it.
That's when you dive.
Yeah, because I've got a couple of good cameras that I purchased. I forget what they're called, but I did my research and then bought them. Yeah. But then I just want to buy because I don't want to have to send them off, and then so I bought a scanner as well. So so I can scan film, but I can't develop it. Okay. So I'm just like You just need to get that next component and you're away. Next component. Yeah. So and then I'm away. But yeah, so I want to learn that. And yeah, it was kind of like when I went from iPhone to a camera, big boy's camera. It was such a learning curve that it took me years to get a good photo on a camera like I did on a phone, because I'd taken some really cool photos on a phone, but then I had to do the learning, get good at a camera to take a good photo on a camera. And so that's what I want to do next, is then do that, but take a good photo on film. I want you to look, I'll only do it or like officially sell something or whatever if I can take a photo on film that you don't even know is taken on film. Okay. You're just like, that's an insane photo. Right. But then it was also taken on film. Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's like, I don't want it to be like, oh, that's clearly film. I want it to be like, that is an insane photo. Like, and then you're like, and then it was also shot on film. Yeah. And then gives an extra element of skill and labor involved. Yeah. And then reality, because we're, going down the AI path where people aren't going to trust photos. Yeah. That I think, like, if you jump into film photography, then there's that proof of that actually happened in real life. Yeah. Because people already don't trust digital photography because it's just, and so, but if you can do it as film, then I think people would believe it more. Wow, man. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. That's amazing. Yeah, that's such a good concept. Yeah. Wow. And then, like, family wise, you got the 3 boys. Did you say that there was talk of another, or that's Eb wants a new collaboration and she wants to try for a girl, but I don't think we're like really actually not at the moment thinking about it. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Yeah. And the boys are just going through school. What years are the boys in? Well, Joey will be in kindergarten next year. Kindergarten. And the boys and the other one's just in early days daycare. Yeah. Daycare or home care. Yeah. Like, we've considered homeschooling. Yeah. Because it'd be pretty cool in this day and age. Like, but we'll only do homeschooling if we know we can provide a better learning or like early child development than school. Yeah. Because there's a lot of benefits to school. Yeah. But more the socializing side of it's important. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, can we, be involved in church and be involved in as many different social things to make sure that our boys grow up extremely social. Yeah, still get that get that social interaction. Yeah. And also, can we provide them with enough learning? And, probably not, so maybe not. But if we can find a way that because with homeschooling, you only have to do 2 hours a day of actual education. That's how much you squeeze. So instead of, I believe, wasting so much time of 6 hours a day at school, which is a lot of time wasted, that you could just do the learning in 2 hours, and then you've got the rest of the day to create like explore,
to do what you think is an avenue that you
exactly, and what you find currently interesting, not even what you're going to do forever, but do I want to paint for the rest of the day?
Yeah,
you know. And so again, if we can find a method,
exploring your interests,
if we can find a method that combines the two, then would love to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh well,
because the way of the future.
Some interesting some interesting goals or aspirations, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, well, that's
cool.
We got to make the call because Joey goes to school next year.
Would you put him through as the test dummy and see how he responds to schooling, and then be like, righto, yank him out, and then bring?
Well, that's the thing. We
together?
can always change. You know, like we could start him at school, and I think primary school's fine to a degree because I think they do this day and age. It's not as strict as it was. I think,
like, from what I've heard, it sounds like the schooling system's going a little bit more elective, choose your learning.
Hopefully.
From what I've heard.
But also that can go bad too because it just means I don't want less time I don't want more time wasted where they're just slacking off more.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Kids will choose what's easy and what can I just
exactly, and that's the bad thing. I don't want less. I want more. I want more discipline and not like sit there, because sitting down and shut up, man, it's a dumb advice, you know, like sit down and shut up. Like I don't sit down and shut up, and I never should have, you know. You need to learn how to sit down and focus and do your job, but not all day, every day. You need to, but anyways, it's, so I think it is a bit more open. I think, you know, the school system will change. Yeah. But, Okay. Are we talking about Donald Trump too? Or?
So I sent you a message and was like, I'll just get him thinking, get his brain working. And it was like, what was it? Is there any topics you'd like to talk about? Those topics were Donald Trump, Mormonism.
Yep.
9/11.
Yes.
Was COVID in there?
Let's do it.
COVID. The
school system.
The flaws in the school system. MDMA and what else was there? There was just like a list of just like such controversial topics, and you had me on, and I'm like, if I know Pern, he's just like joking around, or he's just getting me on the back foot. So kind of my initial reaction was like, oh, really? And then I was like, oh, no, he wouldn't mean that. And then I'm like, hang on a second, that he's probably actually really wanted to delve into all this stuff. And then I was like, so I had to ask a few people, and they're like, he's joking, surely. And I'm like, I'm going to have to ask him. And then I sent you a text and you didn't respond. And I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, oh, crap. Like, now I'm on the back foot, but I love it. Because that's my favorite kind of humor, getting someone on the back foot where they don't really know exactly where they stand. I love that.
That's classic.
But anyway, bruv, well, thanks so much. That was amazing. Worries. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Sorry to pull you away from the family.
Like and subscribe to the podcast. Share it with a friend.
Yes.
Get a sponsor. What's this week's video sponsored by? Mount Franklin?
This week's video is...
We need to get a sponsor.
This week's video is sponsored by the local RGA that I just drove down and spent $12 on a 4-pack of Mount Franklins.
So this week is sponsored by Jake Mckeown.
This week is sponsored by Jake Mckeown. And every other week until hopefully the future.
We'll get some brands involved.
It's not
get your girlfriend to teach us, give us some kind of like email that we can send to people.
Yeah, that's what she does. She'd probably be able to. All right, mate.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get you back home and safe to the family. All right.
And the crowd goes wild.